So you got some of them there fancy 32-bit ESCs, and you want to change some of them there settings, do you? Well, first, I live in Texas now, so I get to talk like this. And second, you're in the right place, partner. Alright, so let's start off with some requirements for this project. First off, you need a BLHeli 32-bit ESC. These new ESCs have new 32-bit processors compared to the current 8-bit BLHeli S ones. So no, your old ESCs will not be compatible with BLHeli 32-bit. Second, you need the new version 32 of BLHeli Suite. You can find links in the description below as well as on the written version of this guide. This is a new suite built from the ground up and does not have support for any of the old hardware in it. So most likely you will now need to keep both the latest version of 16 point whatever and 32 point whatever when working with multiple ESCs. Finally, to do a pass-through flashing method like I'm going to show you today, you will need a flight controller when running Betaflight 3.2 or later. This is likely to change later on and I will update it in the written version of the guide as it happens. Currently, version 3.2 is still in beta, so we will need to start there by going over how to flash a beta version of Betaflight. Good to know when you want the bleeding edge of bleeding edge code. So let's start there. At the time of this writing, only Boris B's beta version of Betaflight actually supports pass-through flashing of 32-bit ESCs, so we'll need to download that from his website. Once it's done downloading, extract the package to a folder so you can access all the build files for each flight controller. Next, open your Betaflight configurator, go to the firmware flashing settings, set all the appropriate options for your specific flight controller, go to load firmware local, then pick the build file for your specific flight controller from the folder you extracted earlier. Once that is done, go ahead and flash your flight controller and reboot. You can continue to set up your flight control if you like, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to close Betaflight and move on. Next, we need to download version 32 of BLHeli Suite if we have not done that already. This is separate from version 16 that is used for all the old BLHeli and BLHeli S hardware. Once downloaded, extract the file and open the BLHeli Suite application. Again, Betaflight should not be open while running BLHeli Suite, so if it is, close it now. Specify the proper COM port in the lower left, then press check to try to connect to the ESCs through the flight controller pass-through. Hopefully everything works correctly and you can now read the setup from your ESCs and see what they are currently set to. And that is it. If you're having problems connecting, the first thing I would recommend is making sure you have the proper drivers installed from the Betaflight or CleanFlight welcome page. Make sure that you have your ESCs powered when connecting and that all of your hardware is properly set up as well. Those are the three general faults to look for. Finally, if you are getting an unable to establish server connection error, that is because your computer is not connected to the internet and the new BLHeli Suite checks to make sure your ESCs are genuine upon connection, so you will need internet access when doing this. For more information about BLHeli 32-bit, look for my video specifically on the subject coming soon. So, thank you for watching. If that helps explain a bit to you, feel free to give a like down below. If you dislike this video, you know what to do as well. It does help me if you leave me a comment on why you didn't like it, along with your thumbs down so I can develop better videos in the future. As always, you can see more of my content by subscribing to my channel or visiting my website linked in the description below. This is Lazy PC, signing off.